Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and a big hello if you're new here. Today's video is a bit different because I've managed to get my brother onto the channel to share his Roaccutane journey and story. So I have some disclaimers before we get into the video because, for example, we are based here in the UK, so the process of getting Roaccutane is a bit different. We can go through the NHS, National Health Service, which will enable us to get it for free. However, you can also go private and do it that way. But my brother did it through the NHS, so he'll be sharing that experience when he talks about doctors and the process. If the process is done correctly, generally you have to go through quite a long-winded process talking to doctors and sort of specialists to really ensure that you want to do it, because Roaccutane is very potent and powerful and has some damaging side effects, if not many side effects that can be damaging. Little side note, if you enjoy skincare videos, then don't forget to subscribe down below because I have a new one every single Sunday. So I call it Roaccutane, my brother calls it Roaccutine. We're referring to the same thing as Accutane. Both are TRETINOIN, the strongest form of vitamin A, really powerful, potent, and great at pretty much removing acne and acne scarring. It has a lot of side effects, as I've mentioned, so my brother will really talk about that. Please bear in mind that my brother is young, he's 23, and he was 20 when he was going through all of this. So obviously that was 3 years ago, almost 4. Memory's not going to be great, but he does share as much information as he can, which I think will be handy. So I basically gave him a list of questions of things that I think I'd want to know if I was going on Roaccutane, and that's what he'll be sharing today. Also, please remember that here in the UK, Roaccutane is kind of given as a last resort, particularly on the NHS. It's for very severe acne or acne that is very resistant, meaning that you've tried loads of medications prior. That's why it's sort of seen as a last resort. Again, my brother's male, of course, so this experience differs. It's not going to be the same for a female. Generally, the same procedure of getting it might be similar, but for a female, you'll have to go on birth control, and there are other elements to consider. For example, your hormones are very different as a female. I will include some footage and images throughout. I don't know how many we've got yet, but I'll add whatever I can to really depict what he's saying. I've also taken some clips of his skin at the moment so you can see some before and afters, which I hope you guys find helpful. If you do, please give it a like. Let me know that this helped you or helped you make any decisions. So without further ado, let's get into the video with my brother Ben.
I was 20 years. It feels weird. I started Roaccutane in 2018. I believe the date was 5th of January. I would have been 20 years old. The reason I started Roaccutane was that my face had a load of acne all over it. So all over this side, not so much the top or bottom, but mainly the cheeks were all scabbed. Basically, I didn't have any on my back, just all on my face, and they were really scabbed. They're probably scabbed for about a year before that. Big bulging ones sometimes, still have a couple. They're under the skin on these sides, but that's the reason I started it, and I just wanted it to go. Obviously, me being a male, I didn't put so much makeup on, as ladies can hide them. But for myself, I just felt like I needed to get rid of them. So I did try loads of things beforehand. Didn't work, so I wanted to go straight to the best thing you can get, and that was the tablets. So as I just said, I started them in 2018 on the 5th of January, and I think I ended them in 2019 around about April time. So I believe it's about a year and a half, maybe just below a year and a half. I did still at the end of it have some slight acne, but the doctor said to me, do you want to continue to get rid of that? And through my experience with it and what people said they've noticed change in personality and stuff, I told them, no, I don't want to start again. I was much happier with how my face was. It wasn't it wasn't scabby at all at this point. Most of it was already gone. So I was like, you know what, it's not worth the side effects that can happen if you continue taking it. So I said to them, nope, don't want no more. So when I first went to the consultation type thing, so I first went to the GP and said, I've got loads of spots, can you get rid of them? They recommended loads of the usual facial things you've got on top of your face. None of that worked. So this is probably a year into it, a year to trying to solve myself. So I went through loads of different topical medication. None of that worked. So then they started giving me some tablets. I think I was on them for about 3 months, I think. There weren't antibiotics because I said to them I don't want antibiotics just because I just didn't want any. So I said no to them. And then I just went in one time when I had my another appointment and said I want to try Roaccutane. They were like, "Are you sure? You can have loads of implications, stuff like that." I was like, I was adamant at this point. I was fed up with my acne, not scars, but loads of scabs. I didn't feel comfortable going out. I was looking at people looking at me. I remember one time at work, a little kid said to me, "Mummy, what's he got in his face?" But I had loads basically, and she was like, "Shush, don't say that." And obviously I heard it, but the little kid, well, what do they know? But yeah, so at this point I was adamant that I really wanted this. So I was like, "No, just send me to the doctors, to the hospital doctors, and I want to get on it." So I went there. At this point I was already in line to getting it, but obviously they have to do further checks. They meant to question you a lot. But I got there and they were like, "Do you know the side effects?" I said no. They were like, depression, if you're a female you can't have babies. Well, you can have babies, but there's a chance of becoming infertile. Obviously that didn't matter to me, but they were just saying it because they have to. There was I can't remember it. Basically there was a list. When you got the box, you opened it up. It must have been like a mini booklet of everything that can go wrong. And if you think of it, you're only trying to solve one thing, and that's just your acne. And to have all these side effects, it was crazy for what I was taking. So they kind of did a short, maybe 10 minutes question, just saying, "Are you sure? How are you feeling at the moment? Is this right for you? Have you tried any other methods?" But went through all of that, and at the end of it, they gave me the strongest dose that they could at the time. I can't remember what it was, but I remember taking 2 tablets. I think maybe. Nah, I can't say. I thought it was like 23 milligrams, but probably that's just bad memory. Probably not. But yeah, so the strongest dose that they could at the time, 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. You're meant to take it with or without food, with a glass of water, or just after food, kind of like paracetamol. So one of the side effects of Roaccutane was skin dryness. For myself, I don't really use moisturiser that much, maybe on my arms and legs, but on my face I've never really used any products, and the skin dryness wasn't a big factor for me. I already had loads of scabs and things like that. My face wasn't looking great, so skin dryness, to myself, I just thought, I don't care. Like, this is helping me in the long run. Why do I need to cover up anything? To be honest, I didn't really see much skin dryness because with scabs they're already dry. So I know when you sometimes rub your face, I could get flaky skin. But other than that, I knew the benefits. At the end of it, I would have clear skin, and I just didn't care. I was happy for people to look at me even more and go, "Wow, he's got really dry skin as well." But did I care? They're not on this journey. I was on this journey alone, so I was happy with how it was going. So I didn't use anything on my face apart from these tablets. I just kept on taking them. Took the tablets twice a day, like I said. Sometimes I did miss a couple of days. That just for being busy, driving back and forth. But yeah, missed a couple of days, made up for it. The doctor said that's fine. Just try not to miss too many days, because once, I think if you miss like a week or something, it gets out of your system and basically you have to restart all over again. But yeah, so for dryness for my skin, I use nothing. So personally, at the time, I didn't feel any change in my mood or anything like that. But at the time, I was living with probably about 10 different people in Leamington Spa, and kind of like a uni flat type thing. I told them, because the doctor said you should tell people who around you that you're going on them, just in case anything happens and stuff like that. So I told them, I was like, I'm going to start taking these tablets to clear up my skin. Obviously they all knew I had acne because it was obvious just by looking at them, at me, sorry. And I told them, and they were like, all right, Ben, yeah, okay, whatever. And then probably, I would say 2 weeks, the jokes probably started coming around about a week, 2 weeks. They were like, he just moved because of tablets. But obviously it did change me, because they personally said, yeah, those tablets have like changed your mood. You're just snappy more. So before I wasn't so snappy. They'd say they were doing something to annoy everyone, not just me, like in the whole flat, and I would just snap. So I remember one time we were playing what was it, Nerf guns, and it was all fine. My door's always open, so we were all just messing around. Then I stopped playing, sat down for a bit. I think one went in my room, and I just snapped instantly. I was like, wow, wow. And it's just not part of my personality, and I just snapped. And then everyone didn't really mind because they knew it was the tablets, but yeah. So it made me more snappy, more on edge, annoyed. Just anything would annoy me. Some days I'll be fine, and then other days I'll just be just angry out of nowhere. Not angry, just anything would annoy me. Like tapping a pencil, I'll be like, oi, can you stop that straight away? Overall, Roaccutane did help my acne. The only strange thing is, and now, well, actually, now I don't really have acne. I have the odd spots now and then. I do have some scars, obviously from touching my face when I had acne, maybe popping some spots now and then, scratching them. That was just one thing they said don't do, and I still did it. I kept on touching my face. It's just force of habit. When you had loads, I was always like holding my face like this to hide it, because it was so obvious and self-conscious. So always touch my face to hide them. And yeah, I do still have scars now from them. But the strange thing is, I never had any on my back. I got off Roaccutane. Probably a month later, I started having loads on my back. None on my face. So my face was basically cleared up. But on my back, they just started coming from nowhere. And they kind of took over my back, I would say. And I would be scratching them. But now, what year is it now? So it's 2020, so 2 years on. I would say I'm basically acne free. Got a few spots now and then. Sometimes I have a flare up. Not on my face normally, but it's normally on my back. I have a little bit of a flare up, but minuscule compared to what it was. And yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress that has come. I don't know if it's because I'm older and I'm just naturally growing out of it slowly, or if it is because of the Roaccutane, what I took, and all the products that I tried before. I tried so many products, it's unbelievable. I even tried sulfur soap, because I think I read up somewhere sulfur soap helped, and I would not recommend that, so don't bother trying that. How is your acne now? Is it better? So my acne now, like I just said, is much better. Basically near to none. Still have some, but yeah, I'm feeling good now, happy. I'm not wasn't self-conscious before, but I knew it was there, so I was always thinking sometimes, I better hide my face. But now, nah, I'm free basically. Don't care about my face, don't care about my back. I'm just happy. Do you regret Roaccutane, or are you glad you did it? So this is a hard question, because obviously I can't regret it because I've already done it. So if I was to turn back the clock, would I take it in the position I was at the time with all the scabs and stuff? Yeah, I wouldn't even bat the eyelid like I did. I just took it. I wanted the best, get rid of it right now, right then. But if I look back on it now, if there was alternative ways to get rid of it, and I knew that they worked as good as Roaccutane, because you have basically miracle stories all over the internet of Roaccutane saved my life, this, that, blah, blah, blah. If there's something else, what's a natural, less, like Roaccutane can damage your liver and stuff. So if there's stuff that won't do that, don't have any of the side effects that Roaccutane does, even though I didn't have them, because it's still a risk that I took, I would have not have taken it. So basically, take it the acne is impacting you, don't bother going on it if you've got minuscule acne. And when I say minuscule, just a few spots here and there, and people go, oh, I've got loads of acne. That's not loads of acne. When your face is covered in spots, you've got bulges, maybe your back's really itchy. Like for me, when I had acne, I wanted to scratch it all the time, hence why I got loads of scabs. That's when you should probably be looking towards Roaccutane and saying, you know what, I need to clear this, get rid of it, and just take it. Within a year, even if you've still got acne, it'll be so small in comparison, you'll be much happier. Would you recommend it? Again, would I recommend it? Yes, if your face is awful. No, if you've only got small spots and you can clear it up in other ways. Yeah. Casey, I finished.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've come this far, then honestly, thank you so much. Give the video a like if you found it helpful, whether it's deterred you or made you want to do it, or you just wanted to know about it in general. I get a lot of questions why I'm not on Roaccutane, and to be honest, I don't think my acne is severe enough or distressing enough to me to go through a lot of the Roaccutane process and journey. It is very heavy, and I hope that my brother's story has helped to send that message out, that it's not an easy quick fix that a lot of people may think it is, because it does have the power to really, you know, destroy your acne, get rid of it completely. But it's hard work, and it's not easy, and it's not for the faint-hearted. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more skincare videos from me, and have a great day. Bye.